One of the things I absolutely love and have loved for 19 years as an instructor of technology is those aha moments when you see people's eyes light up when they realize the true power of the technology at their fingertips. Social networking is one of those, especially when it's kind of wrapped up inside of something as powerful as SharePoint to begin with. So let's take a few minutes to discover all of the information and ways that you can work with people. Yes, I know. It seems like when we talk about using computers, we think we're getting away from working with people. But there are a lot of ways to connect and communicate and get to know people using the social networking tools. So let's start in a place that you'll probably spend a lot of time, and that is in a list or library. A lot of places in SharePoint will show you a person's name, either somebody who modified something, created something, maybe they're assigned a task. It could be for a lot of different reasons, but it will be a name nonetheless. If you pause over a name, and I'm going to pause over Aaron Olson, we get to see these wonderful little pop-ups that we've been seeing in a lot of different Office applications. The nice thing about this is, first of all, it gives a picture. So if you don't get to see people very often, now you have a face to put with a name. It also gives you some basic information like titles and departments. And of course, it gives you ways to communicate with these people. If you click on the down arrow, then you get to see an expanded card, and you really get to see their people card without having to go all the way into their My Site. You have the opportunity to schedule a meeting using Outlook. You can send an email. You can see all of their phone numbers. You can see their work and their home number. But you also have categories at the top. You can look at notes that have been kept about them. You can look at how they fit into the organization. In this case, it says Aaron shares the same manager as Michael, and it also gives who Aaron's direct reports are. You can see what's new. And lastly, you can also see the membership or the groups that they belong to. In this case, Aaron is a company administrator and also part of management. And the beautiful thing is that you get all of this information without doing much more than just hovering over their name and making a couple clicks. But if you actually click on somebody's name, it is a hyperlink. And it might take a second or two, but that's going to bring you up into their profile. This does give you a lot more information. First of all, it tells you at the top of the screen whether you're following them or not. Gives you the option to either start or stop following. It gives you a link so that you can mention them. It also tells you what kinds of skills and things they have associated with their profile. So if I don't really know Erin, I can say, well, geez, I now know an awful lot. She does instructional design, she works with InfoPath and SharePoint, she's worked in database and project management, and she likes photography. Those are both skills as well as areas of expertise and personal hobbies. Of course, we can see the activity feed. And on the right-hand side is some of that demographic information. Titles, email addresses, phone numbers. You can show more. This is where I get to see skills, schools, even birthdays. And you can see people that you have in common. You also may have an org chart within your facility based off of Active Directory and Exchange. This information gives you a lot of information that you may need to get to know somebody, to be able to prepare for a meeting in which this person is going to participate, but you're not sure exactly who they are or how to approach them. A lot of different information simply by clicking their name. Now, of course, you also could have just done a search because we know that we can search for people. If you click on the top right of your screen and type somebody's name, you also can come into their profile. So don't think you have to search around and find something that they've actually authored or contributed to. But let's go ahead and take a look at Michael's profile. We'll do that by going to the Name menu and choosing About Me. This is Michael's information, and it pretty much looks just like Aaron's did. So why did I bring you in here? Because there are a couple of other things that I just wanted to show you how to do. One of the nice new features in SharePoint 2013 is the ability to do something called mentioning. Sometimes if a person said a colleague had mentioned you, you might either be concerned or flattered, all depending on what the situation was. These days, we have to think of another meaning for mentioning. It relates to SharePoint's social networking features, and it actually works in many different directions. So let's go ahead and just make a mention so that you can see how it can work. Mentioning actually happens when someone posts something on SharePoint. Now, we're going to do this right from Michael's My Site or from his profile, but it also could be from, say, a blog or a discussion board or something else. It happens when you utilize someone else's name that's part of the SharePoint structure. In other words, let's go over to Michael's newsfeed. Michael was part of a mention by Eric, and we can see that here. Check out at Michael Brooks, and Michael Brooks is bolded. And if we weren't Michael, we could click and it would take us to Michael's profile, just like what we saw with the Aaron profile from the library. So if Michael wants to, he can do a couple of things with this. He can like it. Many of us are familiar with liking things. This is part of the ratings. That helps people know what content others are finding useful, as opposed to maybe being not quite so useful. He could also reply directly from here. But if Michael wants to make his own comment, he can simply click at the top of his newsfeed and start his own conversation. Maybe Michael wants to refer back to something that Eric wrote. Maybe it's about the cell phones. Now, if he just types it this way, Eric's work on the cell manuals is awesome too, it's just going to be a post. Anybody that's following Michael will be able to see it, but it doesn't really link it together with Eric. So what you have to do in order to make this into a mention is use that ever popular @ symbol. Let's just erase this first part and start it over. When you start typing directly after an @ symbol, SharePoint will display the list of all of the users that fit. So if I type ERI, it doesn't know if it's Eric or Aaron. We simply need to click on the one we want. Now he's made a mention. It really is that easy from within most of the places where you can post information within SharePoint, from conversations and even from within blogs. If Michael wanted to include a picture, he could click the little camera and upload a picture. Otherwise, he simply needs to move over to the right, click on Post, and we can see that this is showing up as a mention. Eric will be notified that he was mentioned. Anybody following Eric will also be able to see this. And of course, anybody following Michael will be able to see his post as well. It all simply starts to work and blend together the way that it should by one person simply doing one activity. The amount of information available in SharePoint, because it's part of your server system and Microsoft Exchange and your whole infrastructure, and because people are using it, and because people are adding content to it, and because we have things like profiles, all of this comes together to make a very powerful tool for being able to find and track and learn about people that we work with. You know, it can be difficult to get to know everyone you work with, especially in these geographically distributed workplaces we have these days. So I have a couple of hints or recommendations, and hopefully I'm not preaching to the choir. You already know most of this, but just to make sure. Number one, make sure that you use your people cards. Look up someone's people card or their profile, if you will. If you have a meeting or a phone call or just been placed on a project with them and you've never worked with them before. Remember, knowledge is power. And not only may you understand how to better work with somebody by knowing where they went to school or what their interests are, but you also may find a new friend. Along those lines, also be sure that your profile is up to date. You need to do your part to keep people up to date, just like you expect their information to be current as well. Be sure to post status updates, especially if you're going to be out of the office or doing something different, and you want people to know where you are or a little bit about what you're doing within your job. Make sure that you follow people who are important to you so it's easier to learn about or keep up with them. That could be a supervisor, it could be a mentor, it could be somebody that you strive to be like. Part of that can also be interacting through community sites and discussion boards so that you can actually have conversations with people and get to know what they think and feel about different topics in the workplace. Unfortunately, we sometimes get in our grungies and tend to complain a lot more than we praise. Remember to use the @ symbol and recommend people, especially for achievements and accomplishments. Maybe make it a goal once a week to just find something nice to post about somebody. Of course, you don't want to overdo it. We don't want to hear about every single thing that you're doing today. At 8:02, I went by the candy jar. At 8:04, I filled up my cup of coffee. At 8:07, I sharpened my pencil. That's the kind of stuff that drives me crazy about social networking. We need to make sure that we use it appropriately, that we give people information that is useful to them about our content, about our clients, our vendors, and our organization. But don't go overboard with it. Lastly, just remember, if you don't currently use social networking, you should. It's not a waste of time. It's not something that those kids do. It's something that really has a lot of value and will add a lot of value to you as an employee as well as to your organization.